Most people think sales is about persuasion. It is not. It is about understanding human behavior. Here is what usually happens. A salesperson asks a question. The prospect responds. And immediately, the salesperson starts pitching. Features, benefits, discounts, pressure. They talk too much. And the prospect mentally checks out. Why? Because humans naturally resist pressure. The moment people feel pushed, their defenses rise. They stop listening logically and start protecting themselves emotionally. This is why aggressive sales tactics fail. People do not like feeling controlled. Some people think it's all about talking or convincing someone to buy something they don't want. That's not sales. That's manipulation. Manipulation happens when someone tries to push a product regardless of whether it helps the customer or not. The focus is on making the sale, not solving the problem. True sales works differently. Real sales starts with honesty. It starts with understanding that if a product does not help someone, it should not be sold to them. A sale that solves nothing creates regret. A sale that solves a problem creates trust. The goal isn't to convince people. The goal is to help people make good decisions. Sales is sitting across from somebody and figuring out what exactly they need, not what you want to sell to them. The best sales conversations look nothing like sales conversations. They feel like problem-solving sessions. Imagine a doctor. Before prescribing medicine, the doctor asks questions. They want to understand the symptoms. They listen carefully before making recommendations. Great salespeople do the same thing. Instead of rushing into a presentation, they spend time understanding the customer situation, goals, frustrations, and challenges. They know that the better they understand the problem, the better they can determine whether they have a solution. And then deciding if you have something that fits or not. This is where most people get it wrong. Many salespeople assume they must always sell something. But sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is, "I don't think this is right for you." That statement may cost you money today, but it builds trust that can create opportunities for years. Customers remember honesty. When people know you genuinely care about their outcome, they become more likely to trust your recommendations in the future. The best salespeople are experts. Experts don't rely on tricks. They rely on understanding. They study their products. They study their industry. They study customer behavior. They learn enough to guide people confidently toward solutions. Because of that knowledge, they don't need pressure tactics. Their expertise creates confidence, and confidence creates trust. They ask questions and listen. Most people think communication is about speaking. In reality, communication starts with listening. The average salesperson talks too much. The exceptional salesperson listens more than they speak. Every answer a customer gives reveals something valuable. Their frustrations, their goals, their fears, and their priorities all become visible when they feel heard. Listening isn't a sales technique. It's a sign of respect. And when they finally speak, every word lands because they understand the person across the room. Words become powerful when they're relevant. People ignore generic pitches because they feel impersonal. But when someone understands your situation and speaks directly to your needs, you pay attention. That's why great sales conversations feel natural. They're not rehearsed speeches. They're thoughtful responses to real problems. And here's something nobody tells you. Sales is mostly losing. This surprises many people. People see successful sales professionals and assume they win all the time. They don't. Rejection is part of the job. Some prospects say no. Some disappear. Some choose competitors. Some aren't ready to buy. The difference is that successful salespeople don't take rejection personally. They understand that every no simply moves them closer to the next yes. Even the best people in the world only close 1 out of 3, but the job is showing up the next day. Consistency beats talent over time. The people who win in sales are not always the smartest or most charismatic. They're the people who keep showing up. They keep learning. They keep improving. They keep serving. And eventually, the numbers begin to work in their favor. And when they finally speak, every word lands because they understand the person across the room. Words become powerful when they're relevant. People ignore generic pitches because they feel impersonal. But when someone understands your situation and speaks directly to your needs, you pay attention. That's why great sales conversations feel natural. They're not rehearsed speeches. They're thoughtful responses to real problems. So how do you protect yourself? Simple. Never make major decisions immediately after receiving favors. Pause before agreeing. Separate emotion from logic. Ask yourself, would I still accept this deal if no gift was involved? And most importantly, learn to recognize when generosity is being used as psychological bait. If you can sit with anybody, hear them out, figure out their problem, and only offer help when you actually can, you will never struggle to make money. Money is a byproduct of value. The more problems you solve, the more opportunities come your way. People willingly pay for solutions. If you become known as someone who genuinely helps others get results, customers will seek you out instead of needing to be chased.